V3 RT from Italy is P8. Soup is P4 driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Miss in Curva Parabolica is P4 driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Big Dean Energy from Canada is third driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Soup in Curva del Seraglio is fourth. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Clutch Rush in Curva Parabolica is P2. Is third. Best lap is a 1:49.999. In Curva Biasono is fourth driving a Lambo. Best lap is a 1:52.352. But Lando from Panama is P2. Best lap is a 1:49.083. Big Dean Energy in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is P4 driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Best lap is a 1:49.931. Soup in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is P2. Best lap is a 1:48.398. But Lando in Curva Parabolica is third. Speed bump from Canada in Prima Curva di Lesmo is 8th. Clutch race is P1. Best lap is a 1:48.218. "25 minutes remaining in the session. Big Dean Energy in Curva Parabolica is P4. Hax.V3RT in Curva del Seraglio is P6. Big Dean Energy in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is 4th, driving a 488. Hax.V3RT in Prima Variante is 7th. Clutch race in Redifilo Potenza is P1. Hax.V3RT in Curva del Seraglio is P7, driving her Audi. Big Dean Energy in Variante della Roggia is P4. Speed bump is 8th. Big Dean Energy in Curva Parabolica is 4th. Sebastian Beaulieu in Redefilo Potenza is 5th. Best lap is a 150.219. Minutes remaining in the session. Photoshop from United States in Curva Biasono is P10 driving a BMW Z4. Hax.V3RT in Curva Biasono is 7th. Best lap is a 153.955. Clutch in Curva Biasono is 1st. Big Dean Energy is P6. Brendan in Redefilo Potenza is P9. Hax.V3RT is P8. Best lap is a 153.224. Media encoder is P11 on mediums driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. But Lando from Panama in Prima Curva di Lesmo is P5. Best lap is a 148.573. Media encoder is 9th driving a 488. Remaining in the session. Brendan in Curva by Sony is 10th. Big Dean Energy is 4th. Best lap is a 148.464. Clutch Russ is P2. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in Variante Ascari is P6. Best lap is a 149.449. Is P10. Big Dean Energy in Curva Parabolica is P4. Photoshop in Curva Parabolica is P9. Speed bump in Curva del Seraglio is P1. Best lap is a 1:47.944. Hax.V3RT is 8th driving Audi. Clutch Russ is P2. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Hax.V3RT is P8. Soup Invarianti Aspri is P3. Speed bump in Redifilo Potenza is first. Photoshop is 10th driving a BMW Z4. Best lap is a 1:55.548. Speed bump in Curva del Seraglio is P1. Hax.V3RT in Prima Varianti is P9 driving Audi. Big Dean Energy from Canada is P4. Clutch Russ in Curva del Seraglio is second. Speed bump in Redifilo Potenza is P1 driving an Audi. Clutch Russ in Prima Variante is P2 driving a 650. Five minutes remaining in the session. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada is P7. Photoshop is P10. Media encoder in Curva Biasono is P11. Best lap is a 24.897. Speed bump in Prima Curva di Lesmo is P1. Clutch Russ in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is second. Photoshop from United States in Redifilo Potenza is 10th. Best lap is a 155.512. Brendan is P6 on softs. Best lap is a 149.189. Curva di Lesmo is 11th. Speed bump is first driving Audi. Sebastian Bolyai in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is 7th. Brendan is 6th. Speed bump in Curva del Seraglio is first driving Audi. Hax.v V3RT in Variante Ascari is P9 driving Audi. Photoshop in Curva Parabolica is P10. Media Encoder is 11th. Best lap is a 24.848. The qualification session is at Autodromo di Monza in Monza, MI, Italy. The wind speed is 22 km/h from the north-northwest. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in Redifilo Potenza is third, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. V3RT from Italy is P5. Big Dean Energy from Canada is fifth on softs, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. From Panama in Curva Parabolica is first, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. But Lando is up 10.17 in Prima Variante. But Lando is up 10.56 in Variante della Roggia. But Lando is up 11.57 in Curva del Seraglio. But Lando is up 12.62 in Curva Parabolica. Soup in Redifilo Potenza is P10, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Soup is up 8.45 in Variante della Roggia. Soup is up 7.68 in Curva del Seraglio. Ten minutes remaining in the session. But Lando in Variante Esprit is P1 up 0.13. but Lando improved is P1 with a 148.285. Hax.V3RT from Italy in Curva del Seraglio is 6th up 1.67. Hax.V3RT is up 1.64 in Curva Parabolica. Hax.V3RT improved is P6 with a 155.976, 7.691 off pole. Hax.V3RT is up 0.05 in Redifilo Potenza. Media Encoder is 10th. Media Encoder is up 10.68 in Varianti Ascri. Media Encoder is up 10.61 in Curva Parabolica. Speed bump from Canada in Curva Parabolica is P2. Speed bump improved is second with a 148.397, 0.112 off pole. Sebastian Beaulieu in Curva Parabolica is P5 up 1.14 driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Sebastian Beaulieu improved is P4 with a 149.231, 0.946 off pole. Clutch Russ in Curva del Seraglio is P5 up 0.73 driving a McLaren 650. Clutch Russ is up 0.95 in Curva Parabolica. Clutch Russ improved is third with a 148.456, 0.171 off pole. Clutch Russ is up 0.02 in Prima Varianti. Sebastian Beaulieu is P5. Photoshop from United States in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is 11th up 1.46 driving a BMW Z4. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Photoshop is up 2.62 in Curva Parabolica. Ness in Redifilo Potenza is 7th, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Ness Improved is 7th with a 149.705, 1.420 off pole. Hacks.v3RT is 10th. Hacks.v3RT is up 0.21 in Variante della Roggia. Soup in Prima Curva di Lesmo is P6 up 0.23, driving a Huracan GT3. Hacks.v3RT in Curva del Seraglio is 10th up 0.28. Hacks.v3RT is up 0.93 in Curva Parabolica. Hacks.v3RT Improved is P9 with a 153.486, 5.201 off pole. Soup in Prima Variante is 6th up 0.32, driving a Lambo. Soup is up 0.88 in Variante della Roggia. Soup is up 0.80 in Curva del Seraglio. Soup is up 0.52 in Curva Parabolica. Soup Improved is 2nd with a 148.336, 0.051 off pole. Media Encoder in Variante Ascari is P11 up 3.50 on mediums, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Russ is provisional pole with a 147.997. Media Encoder is up 0.81 in Redifilo Potenza. Brendan is P8. Brendan is up 0.19 in Seconda Curva di Lesmo. Brendan is up 0.33 in Curva Parabolica. Brendan improved is 5th with a 148.799, 0.802 off pole. But Lando in Curva del Serrano is P2 up 0.20. Media Encoder in Variante Ascari is P11 on mediums. Best lap is a 23.692, 15.695 off pole. Speed bump in Variante della Roggia is third up 0.18. Media Encoder in Curva Parabolica is P11 driving a 488. Media Encoder is up 1.93 in Prima Variante. The race session is at Autodromo di Monza in Monza, MI, Italy. The wind speed is 15 km/h from the west-northwest. Clutch rust is P1. But Lando from Panama is P2 driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Speed bump from Canada is P3. Soup is 4th driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Brendan from Brazil is 5th, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Ness is P6, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Remaining in the session restart. Quattros is P1. Soup in Prima Variante is 4th. Quattros in Variante della Roggia is P3, driving a McLaren 650. Big Dane Energy in Prima Curva di Lesmo is 7th. Brendan is P10. Brendan passed Photoshop for P9. Speed bump is P3. Soup is 4th. Speed bump in Prima Variante is P3, driving Audi, 0.2 ahead of Soup. Curva Biasono is 4th, 0.2 behind Speed Bump. Speed Bump in Variante della Roggia is 3rd, driving Audi, 0.3 behind Quattros. Speed Bump past Quattros for P2. Quattros in Curva del Seraglio is P3, 0.4 ahead of Soup. Soup in Variante Asprey is 3rd, 0.2 ahead of Quattros. Quattros in Curva Parabolica is P4, 0.5 behind Soup. Photoshop from the United States is 9th, driving a BMW Z4, 0.1 behind Hacks.V3RT. Soup in Prima Variante is P3, 0.5 behind Speed Bump. Ness in Curva Biasono is 7th, 0.5 behind Big Dane Energy. Soup in Prima Curva di Lesmo is P3, 0.3 behind Speed Bump. Clutch in Curva del Seraglio is 4th, 0.3 behind Soup. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Brendan is 9th, 0.4 behind Hacks.V3RT. Brendan was 20.9 faster last lap. Clutch in Curva Parabolica is P4, 0.3 behind Soup. Soup was 1.5 faster last lap. Hacks.V3RT from Italy is P9, 0.2 behind Brendan. Brendan was 20.9 faster last lap. Clutch in Prima Variante is 4th, 0.2 behind Soup. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in Curva Biasono is P5 driving a Nissan GTR GT3, 0.3 behind Clutch. Clutch in Prima Curva di Lesmo on lap 4 is P4, 0.3 behind Soup. Soup on lap 4 is 4th, 0.1 behind Clutch. Sebastian Beaulieu in Variante Aspri is P5. Best lap is a 149.515, 0.356 off the fastest lap. Soup in Curva Parabolica on lap 4 is P4, 0.3 behind Clutch. Sebastian Beaulieu in Prima Variante is 5th. Soup is P4, 0.1 behind Clutch. Sebastian Beaulieu in Curva del Seraglio is 5th driving a GT9, 1.0 behind Soup. Soup is 4th driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3, 0.9 behind Clutch. Clutch in Prima Variante is P3 driving a 650 GT3, 0.4 behind Speedbump. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Soup in Prima Curva di Lesmo on lap 6 is 4th, 1.0 behind Clutch. Clutch in Curva del Seraglio is 3rd, driving a McLaren 650, 0.1 behind Speed Bump. Speed Bump is P3. Soup in Redifilo Potenza is 4th, 0.5 behind Speed Bump. Sebastian Bolu in Curva Biasono is 5th, 0.8 behind Soup. Soup in Prima Curva di Lesmo is P4, 0.3 behind Speed Bump. Speed Bump in Curva del Seraglio is 4th. Sebastian Bolu is 5th, 0.5 behind Speed Bump. Speed Bump is P5. Speed Bump passed Sebastian Bolu for P4. Speed Bump lost 4th to Sebastian Bolu. Big Dane Energy is 6th. Soup in Curva del Seraglio is P3. Best lap is a 149.598, 0.941 off the fastest lap. Big Dane Energy is 6th, 1.3 behind Speed Bump. Big Dane Energy was 1.9 faster last lap. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Brendan is P8. Best lap is a 149.831, 1.284 off the fastest lap. Sono is 6th, 0.4 behind speed bump. Ness is 7th, driving a Huracan GT3. Big Dean Energy in Variante Ascari is P6, 0.6 behind speed bump. V3RT in Prima Variante is P10. Speed bump in Prima Variante is P6, 0.1 behind Big Dean Energy. But Lando in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is P1. V3RT in Curva del Seraglio is 10th. Sebastian Bolu in Redifilo Potenza is 4th, 4.6 ahead of speed bump. Big Dean Energy in Prima Variante is 7th, 1.2 behind Ness. Sebastian Bolu is 4th. 7th. Best lap is a 1:49.583, 1.304 off the fastest lap. The leader has just finished the race, but Lando finished P1. Quattros finished second. Sebastian Bowen finished P3. Soup finished 4th. Speed Bump finished 5th. Ness finished P6. V3RT finished 10th. Brendan finished P7. Big Dean Energy is P8. Big Dean Energy finished P8. Photoshop is P9. Photoshop finished P9. Media Encoder is 11th. Media Encoder finished 11th. The race session is at Autodromo di Monza in Monza, MI, Italy. The wind speed is 23 km/h from the south. Hax.V3RT is P1. Photoshop from United States is P2 driving a BMW Z4. Big Dean Energy from Canada is P3 driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Brendan from Brazil is 4th driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Ness is 5th driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Speed Bump from Canada is P6. Soup is 7th driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Minutes remaining in the session restart. Hax.V3RT is P1. Photoshop in Prima Variante is P6. Hax.V3RT from Italy in Curva Biasono is P6. Ness in Variante della Loggia is P8. Ness is now P7. Photoshop in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is 5th. Photoshop lost P5 to Clutch Russ. Hax.V3RT is P10. Hax.V3RT passed Ness for 9th. Ness in Variante Ascari is 10th. Ness passed Hax.V3RT for P9. Hax.V3RT on lap 1 is 10th, 0.5 behind Ness. But Lando from Panama in Curva Biasono on lap 2 is 7th driving a Porsche 911 GT3i, 0.6 behind Photoshop. Soup in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is P3, 0.2 behind Speed Bump. Soup passed Speed Bump for 2nd. Big Dean Energy is 1st. Big Dean Energy lost 4th to Clutch Russ. Speed Bump is P2, 0.4 behind Soup. Soup is P2. Best lap is a 151.474, 0.925 off the fastest lap. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in Variante della Loggia is third, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Best lap is a 150.783, 0.234 off the fastest lap. Soup is P2, driving a Huracan GT3, 0.4 behind Speed Bump. Speed Bump was 0.8 faster last lap. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Sebastian Beaulieu is P3, 1.2 behind Soup. Soup is second, 0.3 behind Speed Bump. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in Curva Biasono is third, 1.2 behind Soup. Ness is ninth, 0.1 behind Photoshop. Ness was 4.2 faster last lap. Soup in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is P2, 0.5 behind Speed Bump. Sebastian Beaulieu is P3. Best lap is a 150.414, 1.606 off the fastest lap. Soup in Curva Parabolica is second, 0.1 behind Speed Bump. Speed Bump in Redifilo Potenza on lap 5 is second, 0.1 behind Soup. Photoshop from United States in Redifilo Potenza is P9, 0.5 behind Ness. Speed Bump is P2, 0.3 behind Soup. Speed Bump lost third to Clatras. Sebastian Beaulieu in Prima Curva di Lesmo is second. Best lap is a 149.676, 0.868 off the fastest lap. Clatras in Curva del Seraglio on lap 5 is P3, driving a McLaren 650, 0.4 behind Sebastian Beaulieu. Sebastian Beaulieu in Curva Parabolica is P2, 0.3 ahead of Clutch Russ. Clutch Russ in Redifilo Potenza is third, 0.3 behind Sebastian Beaulieu. Clutch Russ was 0.9 faster last lap. Sebastian Beaulieu is second, 0.2 ahead of Clutch Russ. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Speed bump in Prima Curva di Lesmo is P4, 0.4 behind Sebastian Beaulieu. Big Dean Energy from Canada is P5, 1.4 ahead of Botlando. Big Dean Energy lost P5 to Botlando. Speed bump is P4, 0.3 behind Sebastian Beaulieu. Sebastian Beaulieu in Redifilo Potenza is third, 0.1 ahead of Speed bump. Sebastian Beaulieu lost third to Speed bump. Speed bump is third, 0.7 behind Clutch Russ. Sebastian Beaulieu in Curva del Seraglio is fourth, 1.1 behind Speed bump. Speed bump in Curva Parabolica is third driving Audi, 0.7 behind Clutch Russ. Speed bump was 1.0 faster last lap. Big Dean Energy in Redifilo Potenza is P6, 0.6 behind Botlando. Big Dean Energy was 0.9 faster last lap. Speed bump is P3, 0.3 behind Clutch Russ. Big Dean Energy in Seconda Curva di Lesmo is sixth driving a 488, 0.9 behind Botlando. Speed bump on lap 8 is third, 0.6 behind Clutch Russ. Clutch Russ in Redifilo Potenza is P3 driving a 650 GT3. Minutes remaining in the session. Big Dean Energy is sixth, 1.3 behind Botlando. Botlando was 0.9 faster last lap. Clutch Russ in Prima Curva di Lesmo is third. Best lap is a 1:48.808. Speed bump from Canada in Variante Asprey is P2, 0.5 ahead of Clutch Russ. Clutch Russ in Curva Parabolica is third, 0.5 behind Speed bump. Speed bump from Canada is P2, 0.9 ahead of Clutch Russ. Clutch Russ in Prima Curva di Lesmo is P3 driving a 650 GT3, 0.7 behind Speed bump. Speed bump is second, 0.5 ahead of Clutch Russ. Speed bump was 0.7 faster last lap. Brendan in Variante Asprey is P7. Speed bump from Canada in Prima Variante is second, 0.6 behind Soup. Clutch Clutch in Variante della Loggia is P3. Speed bump is second driving Audi, 0.5 ahead of Clutch. Clutch is P3 battling speed bump. Just finished the race. Soup finished first. Speed bump finished second. Clutch finished third. Sebastian Boll finished fourth. Orlando finished P5. Big Dane Energy finished sixth. Brendan is P7. Ness finished P8. Brendan finished P7. Hackstock V3RT finished 10th. Photoshop finished P9.